decided after this.
Oh, okay.
So I just put it here. You're from? There we are. We are at peace, not at war. Huh? War doesn't resolve peace. Peace resolves peace.
Alfredito,
Yeah.
is your system based on Gandhi's teachings?
Part of it, yes. Himsa. Ahimsa. That was a system of Gandhi. Peace, you know, active peace, not passive peace. Many people think that peace is doing nothing, you know. Peace is very active.
Morning, guys.
The honor to see all of you here today. In my view, and in the view of many, maybe this is a unique moment, each and every one of you to be here. I know it might be a little bit hot today, but when I came here on Friday of last week, the television forecast was heavy rains and cold weather. And when I told this to some of my friends, they say, Alfredo, don't worry, we will pray to change the weather. And I think they did a very good job. I like to thank from my heart the many people who have come from all over the world. A special event is being organized, and it's organized to have an experience of peace. I would like to start by thanking all the volunteers, the hundreds of volunteers that heard the call and decided to do this in completely free and voluntary basis. I would like to also thank to all the religious leaders and all the spiritual leaders who have come here to accompany us in this moment of silence for world peace. Also, I like to thank from my heart the many people who have come from all over the world. It will be impossible to me to know exactly where you come from in all cases, but I've been informed that we have people from Thailand, people from India, from Pakistan, from the United States, of course, from Chile, from Argentina, from Paraguay, from Italy, from Venezuela, from Peru, from Portugal, from Guatemala, from Hungary, from India, from the United Kingdom, from Ecuador, from Greece, from Spain, and so on. One of the great teachers, one of the great masters, said, prayer is when the mind is one-pointed and you talk to infinity. Meditation is when the mind becomes totally clean and receptive and infinity talks to you. So we hope that infinity will talk to us today through our mind, body and soul, and we will be able to bring this gathering in silence for world peace. There are many ways in which people have celebrated peace. This is Peace Day that will be celebrated with peace. We will honor peace for peace through peace. Today is International Peace Day, 21st of September, and it's very interesting if one looks at the calendar and the many calendars. One of the calendars says that the 21st of September actually was the commencing day of the calendar of humanity, and that today we celebrate and mark the year 5767 of this calendar. Your presence here today is important, because we would like to use this first day of this year of 5767 to open a new era, the era of the culture of peace, the era that empowers people from within, the era that enlightens our mission in life with more joy and more happiness. In this demonstration is not our walking, is not our signs, is not our shouting that actually is going to be put in the hands and the heart of peace. What we are putting in the hearts of peace is our inner peace. Because, as I have been taught, as I have heard so many times, inner peace is what matters for world peace. Inner peace as the most solid foundation for world peace. We also gave you flowers, and I like my volunteers, if there is any flower left, that they distributed to the audience. The reason for our giving you a rose and a flower is because human interactions of all sorts take place within nature. And it is fundamental to acknowledge the power of nature. It is fundamental to acknowledge that the genetic code of nature and the genetic code of human reality are part of a totality, of a holistic totality, of a divine totality. I have heard so many times, inner peace is what matters for world peace. Inner peace as the most solid foundation for world peace. We also gave you flowers, and I like my volunteers, if there is any flower left, that they distributed to the audience. The reason for our giving you a rose and a flower is because human interactions of all sorts take place within nature. And it is fundamental to acknowledge the power of nature. It is fundamental to acknowledge that the genetic code of nature and the genetic code of human reality are part of a totality, of a holistic totality, of a divine totality. When you meditate, hold your rose, touch it, be aware of the rose as a means of gaining the power of your inner self. What we want here today is that by the silence, by the fullness of silence, by the power of silence, you actually have the taste, have that uniqueness of your inner peace. The peace will heal you, will heal all of us, will heal the world, will embrace everyone who needs to be embraced.